You're no slouch, but you're no match for me either. I'm just here to retrieve Hiyabari. We'll be on our way now. Wait, retrieve Hiyabari? Of course, Hiyabari was tricked into coming here. Tricked? What are you talking about? Normally I'd invite you to fight about it, but there'll be enough time for that soon. And that's when the time comes, we'll fight to our heart's content. Soon enough? What's that supposed to mean? It means they're coming back for their ninja art school. Did you not remember the thing you stole from them? Tireless exploration. That makes me think we beat chapter 4. We're moving into chapter 5 now. Haruka stands in an empty spot Hiyabari just disappeared from. Her back turned and her head is already bowed. I pat her on the shoulder. Are you alright? Thank you, Homura. I'm okay. Ever since Hiyabari came to Hibajo, I've had a feeling something something like this might happen. Her eyes are bright, but I can still see tears welling up. That aside, that Yagu girl did say something curious, didn't she? Yeah. Yagu's parting words had hit the mark. Soon enough. What did she have in mind exactly? A sudden breeze blows up from the mine, forcing us to shield our eyes from the dust. After the wind dies down, Master Suzume appears out of nowhere. Her expression is unusually grim. I have a report from headquarters. Did something happen? Hibajo Castle has been occupied by Hanzo Academy. Haruka and I are both speechless. Asuka and her friends are about as strong as we are, I can admit that, but Hibajo has a lot more students than just us. How could just 5 people take the whole school? They have taken Hibaji's super secret ninja art scroll and used it. I gasp at Master Suzume's words. If they use the scroll, that would mean... At present, all Hibaji students have gone mad. The castle is in utter chaos. I bite my lip. I don't know who at Hanzo cooked up their plan, but it's a nasty one. And they've made demands. Our eyes lock on Master Suzume. We have only 6 hours to bring them Super Secret Ninja Art Scroll to the castle keep. If we do that, they'll relinquish the castle. Relinquish the castle? There's got to be more than just that. If we bring them Hanzo Scroll, they'll have both the Super Secret Ninja Art Scrolls. It's inevitable that we wind up fighting over them. Not to mention we won't be able to avoid fighting all the crazed Hibaji students while we're at it. You have an official mandate from headquarters. Recapture our castle. Master Suzume produces a Hanzo scroll from her cleavage. As of right now, we have 5 hours to prepare. What do you need to do? Do what you need, whatever you need to do, then come back. She doesn't bother to hide her concern. I don't blame her. We have to fight all of our friends. We have to fight our friends all the way to the castle keep, then fight Hanzo students from the Super Secret Ninja Art Scroll. There's a good chance at least one of us is about to die. We each walk away from the mine in silence. It's up to me what we do with the next 5 hours, but honestly I've got nowhere else to go. I don't have a home to go back to or anyone to talk to really. All I want to do in the moment is to kill time, so I walk down the shop district. It's bustling with patrons right now. I slip into the crowd, my mind a whirl. I strive for power. That's my path of the shinobi, and it's never wavered, not since I first joined Hibajo. But the time I've spent among classmates, among friends, has changed something inside me. Maybe that's why I've been at odds with Haruka. Once you start caring about your friends, you start fearing the thought that you'll lose them. Fear is inevitably leads to weakness. Inevitably leads to weakness. And what good is a weak shinobi? Maybe that's why I've been so stubborn about keeping my friends at a distance. And now Haruka's taught me something. Friendship and strength are both important. It's true. I want to be the kind of person who cares about both equally. And when I think about that, I remember. Power isn't worth sacrificing your friends for. Shinobi need power and friends both. Asuka said the same thing to me. So what's the real difference between good and evil shinobi? What are we even fighting for? Killing each other just because we have different bosses? It's so meaningless. If I'm going to fight them, I need a better reason than that. Here we are, right before the big showdown, and my thoughts are a goddamn mess. Seems like something's troubling you. I turn toward the voice and see an old man standing there. It's the legendary shinobi we saw at the hot springs, Hanzo. I witnessed a blessing in the hot springs. It was a true delight. He brings his hands together and bows his head. Now, what's your name again? Ho something? Ho. Mongoose? It's Homura. Homura. Oh yes, Homura. With the humongous tits. I don't have time for some ramblings of an old pervert. I turn back to leave. Since you're here, how about a nice sushi dinner? Sushi. With that, he nudges me on my back. Hey. He's deceptively strong for an old man. I wouldn't be able to fight him if I tried. He prods me along for a bit and inevitably pushes me into a sushi restaurant. There's no other customers around. It must not be a very popular place. Don't go thinking it's unpopular now. It's packed come around 9 in the evening. He puts me in the seat of the counter. Just to let you know, I don't have any money on me. Not a problem. You gave me a feast for the eyes of the hot springs. The least I could do is treat you in return. He walks to the other side of the counter and washes his hands carefully. Now, what should I roll up for you? Whatever's in season. Oh, a connoisseur. This should be fun. In a fashion entirely unbecoming, a legendary shinobi, Hanzo's face splits into a cheerful grin. As he works on the sushi, I find myself staring at his hands. He certainly moves like a shinobi, not a single movement wasted. Maybe a top-notch shinobi skills are peerless in any situation. So things have gotten rather dire, it seems. It's obvious what he's talking about. The Hanzo occupation at Hibijo. Yeah, you might say that. I might even wind up killing your granddaughter. I'm surprised you're here making me food. I'm blunt about it, but Hanzo doesn't seem to react at all. Here you go. He gives me an arrangement of seasonal fish. I can see how fresh they are. Then he sets up another plate just like it, putting it next to mine. There's still other people around. As I almost start to think it's for him when, Grandpa, I'm here for dinner. Asuka bursts into the restaurant. Huh, Hamura? Asuka, you little, how dare you attack my school? What? You want to fight right here? I stand up. Asuka drops into a defensive stance. Hold it. This is neutral territory. My shoulders feel heavy for some reason. Then I realize Hanzo put his hands on them. I have no other choice but to back down in my seat. Battlefields are for battle, sushi restaurants are for sushi, hot springs are for peeking at cuties. There is always a time and a place. You know, Grandpa, peeping at hot springs is really not okay. Despite her pouting, she sits down. Looks like she won't even dare to fight at him. Come on, Asuka, enjoy your meal. So that second dish is for her. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. She gives me a fleeting glance and then takes a bite. She, her, and her friends just seized my home, and here I am eating sushi with her. What a sight we must be. Shouldn't you be occupying the castle? Yeah, I just stepped out to get a bite to eat. Oh, maybe we should lay siege and cut off your food supplies. You can't do that. You have to come to us. She frowns and looks down. We'll have a good, fair fight. Besides, it's not like you've just left us with any other choice. She sits down her chopsticks and sighs. She looks troubled, right down to her core. Looks like she and I are both at a loss in the fog again. Good shinobi, evil shinobi, whatever the hell does that mean? I say the first words that pop into my head. I don't really get it either, she murmurs in response. We sit in silence, almost like we're having some kind of sushi-themed vigil. When one person laughs, another cries. Hanzo speaks while pouring tea. We both turn to him without thinking. He has our undivided attention as we wait to see what he says next. For one person to be happy, another has to be sad. It's the nature of life. But it wouldn't be fair for any one person to have to be sad all the time. That's why we need balance in the world. Hanzo places a cup of steaming tea in front of each of us. Everyone is equally capable of laughter. Good and evil shinobi exist to maintain the balance between them. That's what I believe. So, what you each need to do is to find your own path and stick to it. Do that, and someone will be happy, right? At her interruption, Hanzo breaks into a smile. I've been sipping my tea the whole time he's been talking. The steam in my cup looks like a lake when the sun burns the fog away. Asuka. Asuka goes wide-eyed as I address her. I'll be there tonight. Wait for me at the castle. I will, to the death, then. With no hard feelings. Damn straight. Hanzo gives a slight nod at our exchange. Coming here was the right thing to do. Or rather, if I hadn't come here, I don't think I would have known the right thing to do. Thank you for the meal. As I leave the seat, Hanzo bows deeply. Better come again. I don't answer, I just walk out. When I get outside, I look around and see the sun is all gone all the way down. Better come again, huh? I walk all the way back to the mine where I hear a very flustered sounding voice. Sorry, I had a phone call. You're wrong. This is perfectly acceptable cuisine. It's Yomi. and she's there with Hikage, Mariri, and Haruka. Everyone's gathered together around a little fire pit. Oh, Homura. As soon as she sees me, Yomi rushes over with the pot. Would you please have some of this? It's full of disgusting brown slop. It's a soup made from wildflowers I picked myself. A closer look reveals floating pits of red and black grass. Yomi, do you really expect me to eat this? Of course. She scoops me some in her ladle and moves toward me. But hold on, I won't be able to fight if I eat that. Miri and Haruka burst into laughter at my panic. Hikage's expressionless as ever, while Yomi puffs out her cheeks at me. I feel oddly content. When my friends are around me, my heart feels warm. We're all kind of like stray cats, betrayed, abandoned, left to live on our own. But it's different now. We have friends. We may not be blood related, but we're still family. The moon shines down on us. It's almost time. It's time. Master Suzume stands up. We run over to her. Yes, ma'am, I swear we'll take back what's ours. Promise me one thing. She looks even more intense than usual. Stay alive. That's all from me. Yes, ma'am. Sure thing. Understood. Yes, we'll take care. As soon as they finish their goodbyes, they gather around me. Unprompted, we form a circle. We're going to win. I reach my hand into the center of the circle. Right. Yep. Yes. Agreed. They each put their hand on top of mine. Yeah! We lift our hands and look up at the night sky, with the moon casts a gentle glow over all of us. The curtain is about to rise on the final battle. What are these voices? Oh no, Homura, all the Hibaji students really have gone mad. It's just like the time we attacked Hanzo. They're acting all feral. Master Zun did warn us. But it's not just the school. It's even affecting the people here. Homura, what should we do? What can we do? We knew what we were going up against. We can't afford to back down now. Yeah. Mire, don't start pulling your punches now. Evil shinobi, don't do that. It's rude. I know, Homura. Alright, let's go. I imagine if we're on chapter 5, which I'm not sure if we are or not, that it's... I feel like we are, though. That, oh, we're playing as Miri. Gross. God, I hate her so much. She sucks, dude. If we're on chapter 5, and we don't really have a whole lot left. The game's over. I shouldn't be eating up all this sushi. That's why I want to check these boxes. I really don't like Miri at all. I'm not even gonna pretend that I do. I'm doing this because I feel like it's the only way I'm actually gonna do anything in this level. Okay, so we are gonna have another level after this one. Man, I don't really care about doing the little secret thing. I'd rather just move on. Oh, okay, so there's even more. I know there is a trophy though for beating all those dudes. Ugh, I hate Miri so much. Easily my least favorite character to play as in this game. She's awful. Like, there is no redeeming qualities at all. Or as a character when it comes to like gameplay. Must have finished the mission. Is my guess. And we're totally lamb. No time to stand around, Miri. Yeah. Save your guilt. No amount of remorse will. Blah, blah, blah. We have to recover our school scrolls. That's how we'll honor the fallen. You're right. I understand. Alright, let's go. We're almost to the castle. Hey, my computer fan is stupid loud. Shitty laptop. Maybe that was the Chapter 4 closure. I don't know. I really don't. Anyway, guys, that is where I'm going to end this session. If you guys would be so kind as press that thumbs up button and subscribe. It definitely helps out my channel. I have a pretty good feeling that when we come back to Senran Kagura, we'll be wrapping up the game. I have a pretty good feeling about that. And we'll be wrapping up the burst story mode before we jump into some of the other stuff, like the Ice Queen. So, if you guys would be so kind, I will see you guys next time. Take it easy. Peace.